I'm in Washington following more than 2 hours of arguments this morning, a long-running battle over immigration enforcement now in the hands of the U.S. Supreme Court. The administration wants to prioritize the deportation of undocumented immigrants who pose the greatest risk to public safety. Republican attorneys general in Texas and Louisiana suing to stop that policy. It is now on hold until the high court rules. Let's bring in now Stef Kight, who focuses on immigration and politics for Axios. Stef, thank you so much for being with us. The administration trying to prioritize deporting these undocumented immigrants, who are posing this national security threat. What is the argument against that?
What we've heard these Republican states argue is that this is actually against the law. What they're arguing is that immigration law actually requires the government to arrest and detain certain individuals who commit certain crimes or who have removal proceedings. So beyond just those who pose the greatest risk to public safety, beyond those that have a terrorist risk, beyond those categories, they actually say, no, the law says you shall detain even more immigrants. And so they're saying that these policies, these directives to focus resources on certain immigrants is actually unlawful, and it's not how immigration policy should be done.
All right, so Steph, we're going to hear from Justice Kagan in just a moment. But first, what was the general response today from the justices?
It was definitely a tough oral argument. It seemed like, the liberal justices tended to be leaning in favor of the administration, of saying that the lower court was wrong in blocking them from issuing these directives, and really looking at the conservative justices, who are, of course, the majority on the court. They seem rather torn, both seeming to look closely at immigration law that does say that certain immigrants shall be detained, but also they seem very moved by the argument from the administration that there are limited resources, that there are millions of undocumented immigrants in the U.S. and only a couple thousand ICE agents. And so that requires the administration to make decisions on who to prioritize.
All right, so let's zero in on Justice Elena Kagan, arguing that this is about more than just immigration policy, but also the power of the executive branch and the federal government really as a whole. Here's what she had to say.
Immigration policy is supposed to be the zenith of federal power, and it's supposed to be the zenith of executive power. And instead, we're creating a system where a combination of states and courts can bring immigration policy to a dead halt.
All right, so Steph, we don't have a lot of time left, but what kind of precedent could this case set beyond immigration policy?
Exactly. That issue is so important here. We've seen over the past two administrations that the federal government has issued immigration policies, which is within their sphere of power. Then we're seeing time and time again states rather easily able to stop those actions across the country by going to courts and finding judges that are willing to see their point of view. And that has definitely caused a lot of chaos and added hurdles to implementing immigration policy across the board.
All right, Stef Kight from Axios, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.